we all know.
You know, a bunch of people asked me a while back, what the question is, what was your spiritual awakening like? And what I think they mean is, what got you into the world? How did you find yourself amongst these things? And it was the aliens that lived inside Hollow Earth. Um, what up, Leon? Agartha, Mount Shasta, Lumeria, these black sand caves under the Mojave Desert that I've yet to find, but I found some coordinates online. I'll make it a point at some time in my life. My dad and I were supposed to check them out a long ass time ago. It was like a summer vacation during college. I was like, yo, let's mob. I wonder if I could find it. There were these caverns under California Hollow. It was supposedly a Hollow Earth entrance. They're all over the world. California has a bunch of them, but they're all over the world. Stories. Mount Shasta supposedly is an underground. Not even underground, but a tunnel to a hole. You guys know how the Hollow Earth theory goes, so check this out. This is the Hollow Earth theory if you guys haven't. Brent, deep coming in with the thickness. That's what she said. Anyway, here's Hollow Earth theory. There is a central sun inside the planet that's not it's not undergoing nuclear fission. No, I'm sorry. It's not undergoing nuclear fusion, which is what the sun is doing. It's more, I think it says, a concentration of electrons and neurons, almost like an atom, I guess, but a concentration of electrons and neurons and protons that fire light. Inside Hollow Earth, you have giant watermelon-sized grapes, strawberries the size of your head. Like, everything inside the planet grows forever, and the idea behind the central sun of Hollow Earth, why people grow taller, why it's more lush, why food is bigger, is because the nuclear fusion happening from the sun is actually part of why we die. The UV, the UV gives us vitamin D and shit, but it also breaks down genes. That's why you leave something in the sun to get stripped of color. It starts to break down. Most bacterias and funguses are killed instantly by UV. That's why they have UV light sanitizers. They blast something with UV light and it kills everything inside. Anywho, Hollow Earth has taller humans, bigger animals, more lush trees, more vegetation, and everyone lives to be 10,000 years old because of this healthy inner sun, where it's like sort of a 24/7 global light. I don't know if any of you guys have tapped into the Hollow Earth theory stuff before, but it was the OG. So I knew. Obviously, I wasn't going to be there's been a couple. There's two main entrances to Hollow Earth: North Pole, South Pole. They're supposedly massive entrances, so big that you don't know that you're going inside of it because you come around the bend and you go inside. Admiral Byrd from the 1940s, post World War II, was this admiral. He's supposed Admiral Byrd Diaries. You guys should check it out. Admiral Byrd Diaries. Some say they're faked, but oh, nice, it's right here. He's got his flight log. Should I read some of it? Maybe I'll cherry pick. So this is from, you can look him up. Admiral Byrd was admiral in I believe it was the Navy. He flew into Hollow Earth on his plane through the North Pole, met a race of beings. They had a conversation with him. They sent him back. This same Admiral Byrd then went on to lead a expedition to the South Pole, where they said that there was a secret Nazi base camp. This is fact. You can look this shit up. Admiral Byrd sailed his fleet to the South Pole because you know how the Nazis had fled Germany. They were in Argentina. They were in Chile. They were sort of springing up. Well, rumor had it they had popped up a secret base in Antarctica. So the U.S. fleet sent Admiral Byrd and all these ships to go see what the fuck was going on, and they started getting blasted at by things, um, and they turned around, and that was it. Like, let's see, that was it. By the way, you guys. South. Let's say South America. I meant Antarctica. Like, could you imagine Operation High Jump? Organized by Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Human losses. Radio man, Valerio Lopez killed. Blah blah blah. Crash. All right. Anywho, long story short. What up, babyface? Let's turn this thing up. I can't really see. Admiral Byrd. Nice. So, babyface, you know about the Admiral Byrd, eh? Under ocean aliens do exist. Also, it's because not interacting with people reduces conflict. Yeah, we'll get to that. Those are called USOs. USO, underwater, unidentified submerged object. Where was I? Admiral Byrd leads his fleet. Yada yada yada. Some friends become enemies. Dope. So check this out. This is from his diaries. Upon flying into inner Earth, he says, "Your race has." So Admiral Byrd is speaking to the king of these inner Earth people. The king of the inner Earth people says, "Your race has now reached the point of no return. For there are those among you who would destroy your very world rather than relinquish their power as they know it." I nodded, and the master continued. In 1945 and afterward, we tried to contact your race, but our efforts were met with hostility. Our flugel rods were fired upon. Yes, even pursued with malice and animosity by your fighter planes. So now I say to you, my son, there is a great storm gathering in your world, a black fury that will not spend itself for many years. There will be no answer in your arms. There will be no safety in your science. It may rage on until every flower of your culture is trampled and all human things are leveled in vast chaos. Your recent war was only a prelude of what is yet to come for your race. We here see it more clearly with each hour. Do you say I am mistaken? No, I answered. It happened once before. The Dark Ages came and they lasted for more than 500 years. Yes, my son, replied the master. The Dark Ages that will come now for your race will cover the earth like a pall. But I believe that some of your race will live through the storm. Beyond that, we cannot say. Ooh. Admiral Byrd of the U.S. Navy, y'all. This isn't some kook. Obviously, there's going to be tons of people saying that this is fake, that the guy was crazy, that he can't be true. Like, obviously, this story talks about beings from inside of the planet. It's people aren't going to see the story and be like, "Oh, he's telling the truth, 100%." Of course, it's going to be met with some crazy opposition. But knowing how I know the world operates now and seeing all this, seeing the veil be torn down between, our fairy tale lives and the reality, right? As dark as it can be, is getting thin. That veil between fantasy land and reality is getting thin. Stories like these, who knows? Maybe they lend more credence. Be curious. We should do. It would be I was about to say, this is probably heavily coded with as much as it gets passed around this world. I wonder what Ashir would say about the coding of Admiral Byrd's diary, February to March 1947. What's up? Hey, buddy Lance, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, man. Phase shifting that can transform a biped into an apparent floating orb. Yo, so we'll talk about the phase shifting and the floating orbs. Miss Sekhmet, how's it going? Yeah, Shira's homies. We all love Shira. All right, so phase shifting and people transforming into the. So check this. A lot of what we see as UFOs, it's not a flying object. It's more of a for a number of reasons. Flying is to say, you have to have gravity to fly. You're not really flying through space. You're sort of drifting through space because there's gravity in space, of course, to a degree, but it's not the type we're talking about. The craft, for example, that go from literally 10, 15,000 miles per hour come to a dead stop and fly from the other direction, for example. That's going against gravity, which would it would pulverize whatever's inside of that craft to bits if it were actually operating under atmospheric pressure, gravity, etc. But since those things are capable of going from 15,000 miles an hour to a dead stop and reversing directions in some cases, it's telling you what's happening is not something that's happening necessarily in this dimension. It's at least a half a dimension removed, if that makes any sense. I'll tell you a story of a UFO I saw up in the mountains of Santa Barbara. Me and my buddy Miles saw it, so I wasn't alone. I wasn't a crazy person. Damn, buddy Lance. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the, what's that called? Super chat. Miss you, man. Miss you. I was just up in Santa Barbara too, but I met my mom for lunch. We were passing through. We got to link up. Purple Rain. We'll get back to that question in a second. So the UFOs I saw over Santa Barbara. I was with my buddy Miles. We're walking down the mountain. It's right before sunrise. And we see a star moving from the mountain. Walking down the mountain, star on the right side, and it's moving to the left, steady. So at first I'm like, satellite, because it's not blinking. It doesn't. You can tell, right? You can tell what an airplane is. Airplane lights that flash and they have a different twinkle to them compared to a satellite. So I thought it was a satellite. Oh, it's a steady, no pulse, well, whatever. It's not moving fast. It's kind of, I've seen them before. I'm like, oh, it's probably a satellite. So me and Miles were watching it, whatever, Q. And then it makes a little 90-degree turn. And so I'm thinking, damn, that's crazy. But if it's a satellite, right, there's no gravity in space, it can make a 90-degree cut and it's no big deal. Plus, there's no one inside of it. So it's not like if it was being manned by anything, like they would just smash against the wall and die. So we're still watching it. The point of this story is to show how these things that we see in the sky aren't necessarily, it's not just a flying object. Some of the times it's not just a flying object that we don't know what it is. So this thing starts moving down in the sky. And here's where shit gets weird. Because it caught both our interests, right? First, was it a satellite? That's cool. Never seen one of those. 90-degree turn. Oh, fuck, 90-degree turn? Interesting, but it's not moving very fast. It's about the same speed as an airplane. Could be a satellite. We're watching it. It comes up to stars. Each star in the sky that it comes up to, it moves around. This is where I started losing my shit. So you have the stars out there. So here's 5 fingers, say they represent stars. Here's my little object. You guys see my fingers? It starts going down and it goes whoop around this star, and then it goes whoop around this star, around this star, whoop around whoop whoop. It's avoiding the stars in the sky. How the fuck, buddy? You want to go live right now? Um, buddy, I can get you live right now in the chat if you want. I just have to send you the information. Let me know. How long ago was this? This was 2004. This was 6 years ago. Fuck, it's been 6 years now. Roughly 6 years ago. And yeah, so this thing starts avoiding the stars in the sky. And I'm thinking, why the fuck is this satellite that's got to be in orbit avoiding stars, and maybe some of them are planets, I don't even know. And those things are, or maybe even galaxies, like these things are thousands of light years away. What is this thing has no business avoiding the stars? Not to mention, it was avoiding the stars from my vantage point. You know what I mean? Like, that's the fucking craziest part. Because, say someone were watching that object from 4 cities away, right? Where they look up to see this object is going to be at a different angle to the stars. So that for it to move around the stars would mean that it would have to be directly in front of my line of sight specifically. Like it was happening for me, in other words, or for us, I should say. And so I'm fucking losing my mind at this point. I'm like, damn, this is it. We're getting abducted. Um, Shit still gets crazier. So it's moving. It comes up to this star. As it comes up to the star, both it and the star that it comes up against lose their brightness. They both lose their brightness. Like they go from a 10 to a 2, dim, and then they both flash with light. And then the original object fucking shoots across the entire distance of the sky. The whole thing, like a bullet, just instantly, faster than a shooting star. This thing took off from a dead stop. And so the star that it bumped up against started rotating with 3 other stars. There was 4 stars, and they all increased in brightness, started rotated into a full circle, settled back into their original positions, and then returned to their original brightness and flickering density, sort of regular starness they had going. And my jaw was on the floor. I thought I was going crazy, or I thought I was going to be abducted by aliens and probed to death. And so I look at my buddy Miles, and he's looking at me like, holy fucking shit. And I go, tell me what you just saw, because I feel like I'm losing my mind. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So he describes what he saw. And so I thought, great, because I didn't want to tell him my story and sort of influence what he was saying. And so he responded. I said, great, glad we're on the same page. This is fucking crazy. And that was it. But on top of that, the way these things move and the way people talk about them, different channelers, uh, even deep state disclosure type stuff. I've been doing a lot of research on disclosure, and that one dude who's up on the fence if people believe him or not, on the more interdimensional, right? So when you see something phase shift, like you're talking about, change into a sphere of light, it's imagine a shadow. So I hold my hand up to the light. Can I make a shadow on my arm? Right, so I hold my hand up to the light, there's a shadow on my arm. Um, my shadow and my arm are 2 different things, but the shadow is a representation of my arm. That's a higher dimension, 3-dimensional world transposed onto a 2-dimensional plane, a flat surface, and you get a shadow, right? So you have width and length, but you don't have, well, you have You have height and length, but you don't have width, right? You lack that third dimension. That's sort of what the phase shifting shit's going on with the balls of light. It's this thing is jumping out of the that atmosphere. It's jumping out of reality, period. But it's sort of casting its own. What word did I just use? It's being transposed onto our reality as of this sphere, but it's not the sphere. It's the remnants of that thing that you're seeing when it comes to the phase shifting. Um, I am living in military housing with people reporting me as interacting with mystery beings. What up? Um, with harvesting of bodies. Yo, speaking of harvesting, I was watching President Trump's speech today for the whatever the convention was called, I forgot. And he mentioned the word harvesting, people showing up to your houses and harvesting you. And he said that about 4 or 5 times. He was referring to mail in ballots and the harvesting being a term that they use for harvesting the ballots. But the way he phrased it was people are going to be showing up to your house and harvesting you. Um, and that he was trying to protect against that. I don't know how much you guys buy into QAnon and what's going on with that. I'm on the fence with shit like that. Sure, it sounds like a great story that Trump is low key good guy and is masquerading as this schmuck when in reality he's taking down the cabal and the deep state and the pedophiles and the traffickers and the reptilians and all that shit. But I don't know. Anywho, I thought it was funny how he brought that up over and over again. Go, baby. Where the mermaids at? We have mermaids in the house? Trying to explain different dimensions is hard because our eyes play tricks on us without. User? User. Babyface, I don't think he's taken down the. I don't think so either, man. I don't know. Like, what the fuck do I know? You know what I mean? Um, I'm speaking strictly off of presidential track records, and that's why my faith or lack thereof in Trump has nothing to do with the man himself, and more to do with how I see our institution as a whole, and that is it's always black versus white, man versus woman, young versus old, Republican versus Democrat, progressive, regressive, fucking, you know what I mean? Flat Earth, no, round Earth. It's always like it's like clockwork that something new comes up all the time that divides humanity, and every new division, every new separation is brilliantly laid out and articulated to where it gets a huge group of people on board, and then the people who don't get on board fight it fiercely, and it ends up becoming this sort of all-out war versus whatever the two sides have manifested as. Again, whether it's white versus black, whether fuck police or you defund the police, I don't fucking know. So yeah, I'm with you, babyface. I'm with you on that. He's the deeper state taking down the lower level Satanists, in my opinion. What? All right. Raymond L. Well said, brother. I miss you, man. I hope you've been well. But yeah, classic distractions, you guys. No, I don't. I don't. As much as I would like Trump to be, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess that's that same argument of there was jokes of, oh, you guys are waiting for the aliens. Everyone's waiting for the aliens to land and save us all. You know, it's like we're always waiting for that savior too. That's another thing. We're always waiting for that savior, the return of Christ, the aliens, um, Trump taking down the cabal. Always waiting for the saviors, and never choosing to be the saviors ourselves, unfortunately. Brent, it sounds like you stumbled on some on some real talk. If you also want to come on the channel, by all means, drop some of that. Amir Renzo, low key abducted, bruh. Careful, man. So why would they Purple Rain? So why would they be on Earth? What's the question? Wait, the battle of the Satanists versus the Luciferians in politics? All right. I would like to know how you got to that point. Maybe not on text. I feel like that would take a while, but I'll hear it out. Um, oh, why are they here? Purple Rain, why are they here? Well, check this out, Purple Rain. So Purple Rain brought up something noteworthy. He or she says people act like aliens are orbiting Earth when they are light years. Well, I'm sorry, when there are light years of space. Like, why are they interested in us? Laughing my ass off. It's a joke down here. Well, Purple Rain, if you're going to take the conversation seriously and hear out all sides of the presentation, aliens aren't just poking around going, hey, look, there's humans down there. Um, Aliens have always been here. Long before Homo sapiens sapien was here, long, that tens, hundreds, millions of years before us, and they've always been here. So it's not like we're some interesting thing that they want to check out. We are technically spliced and diced, and they use evidence like missing junk DNA. They use evidence like missing gaps in human evolution. There always seems to be a sort of, what's the word? Something leap. Transcendental leap? No, there's a leap in evolution that scientists can't say, okay, this human went to that, this went to that. There's no gradual evolution, in other words. It's like all of a sudden we were just Homo sapien, this crazy, I mean, look at the architecture. Um, Gobli Tepe, a 12,000-year-old dig site, or it's a dig site now, but the site they're digging on is a 12,000-year-old site that's been dated to an era when humans were hunter-gatherers, and we're talking again monolithic stones. So think pyramids of Egypt type shit, pyramids of Central America, predating the pyramids by 10,000 BC, by 8,000, by 7,500 years, over 7,000 years prior to the Egyptians. There were people doing the same shit. When the planet, not only was humanity still hunter-gatherer at this time, they were just coming out of a pretty much a global ice age. The younger Dryas period, there was glaciers coming down to California, down to Oklahoma, into Texas. That's how cold, that's how much ice there was on the planet. Like, no human civilizations were flourishing during this time period, in other words, is what I'm getting at. So my point is, and of course, scientists aren't going to be like, oh, humans were manipulated. There was an advanced civilization. Like, they're not going to say that. All they're going to say is, we have no fucking clue. Like, yeah, what we're telling you and the evidence we see on the planet do not match up at all. We agree with you, they don't match up, but our answer, we don't know. And to be fair, I don't know. Everyone's speculating, but to say that aliens aren't just visiting Earth and that for all we know, aliens could be Earth. For all we know, we could be the fucking aliens. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But I do find it incredibly interesting. The direct difference between the Savior and the Satanists who believe in saving them. Ooh, plot twist. Aren't we the talk of the galaxies? I don't know. I mean, from the research that I've done, we are the talk of the galaxies. We planet Earth seems to be this what's the word I'm looking for? Smorgasbord of species all existing under the same roof, more or less. What happened?
I like fell asleep and almost fell. Oh.
We are, there you go, we're a zoo, buddy. It's a better word for it.
What?
I'm on a live right now.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. Where do you get your information from? Fuck, man, I'm dropping stuff that I've been looking up for the past like 10 years of my life. I have no idea. I can't give you one source. A lot of stuff I came across doing, what was a Hollow Earth theory was one of them. Everywhere. Who was that? Let's see. Oh, the Younger Dryas stuff. I got that from John Hancock. He talks a lot about Gobli Tepe. If you're curious, where I was talking about humans building shit 7,500 years before Egypt. John Hancock was a good one to check out. Alien shits, when I'm talking about humans being a smorgasbord, sort of a collective of a bunch of different species, that's just from random YouTube. Like, I'm not saying that is a fact. I'm just saying that that's sort of one of the generally accepted viewpoints in this sort of seeded human world. And you get that from all the channelers, all your favorite channelers, you name them, they fucking said it. And books, I just read Laws of the Sun. It was like a #1 best-selling book in Japan 25 years ago. That book talked about it. By Sun Tzu. Laws of the Sun by Sun Tzu was the guy's name. Yeah. Buddy Land. Yo, what's up with that crazy ass Chakrafina 2 real? Kundalina? Kabbalah. Not all of them. You're not human. You're in the world, but not of the world. They was actually living inside of us, but the evil ones kept us back. Flee. Buddy, you can go live if you want. Yeah, Bobby Hemmett. I haven't watched too much. I keep trying to watch Bobby Hemmett's videos, and I can't really sink my teeth into it, man. I don't know what it is. I'll pull him up again. I'll pull him up again right now and see if I can find one. But we'll put this one on here. Bobby Hemmett be a god. We'll fire that bad boy up. The land of the smoky sun. Oh, Christian Metatron dropping some inner earth knowledge on us. Nice. Land of the smoky sun. Some believe that the inner earth is where a number of ancient Amazonian tribes disappeared to. I tell you guys about my lucid dream with the purple Amazonian women. Shit was crazy. Lucifer is the light. Is he? Bob Lazar drop. Yo, you guys got. I get a lot of information from Bob Lazar. You guys should check out Bob Lazar. Thank you for the name drop, buddy. That ish an hour long. Yeah, this one's long as fuck. This one I just pulled up is an hour and a half long. Sounds like my type. Let me see if I can get you in here, buddy. I'm gonna. Nine zero three 72. Enter that number in Zoom, buddy, and tell me what happens. I gotta get some, dude. It's that lemon meringue mugwort. No, that's not a phone number. It's a Zoom number. It's a Zoom room meeting, but you guys need a secret password to get in, so you only have half the puzzle piece. Is that on your Etsy shop? I have mugwort on my Etsy shop, but not the lemon meringue mugwort. Well, check this. Christian Metaton, Christian paraphrasing, says that inner Earth doesn't care for the above Earth civilizations. But according to the diaries by Admiral Byrd, allegedly visiting Hollow Earth, he said that due to the detonation of the atomic bomb, they were like, yo, y'all need to slow the fuck down up there. You're going a little ham. Get your shit together. So I think they do care in as much as like they don't want us to get carried away on the surface. Dr. Delbert Blair. All right, let's check that out. Well, I'm pulling that up as well. I can put the password on here, buddy, because I still need to accept people into the room. But I guess we'll just go ahead and do this the long way. All right. Boom. I mean, what would be the big deal if we knew aliens actually existed? Nowadays, I don't think anything, but I think people don't care about aliens anymore because they've been doing the slow release with Hollywood in the books and stuff. What do they call it? Where they prep the future with Hollywood to get people used to the idea of certain things. And they've been blasting alien contactee movies for fucking decades now. So no one who else want who else want to join? Let's party. What up? Soft disclosure, babyface nailed it. Yeah, that's absolutely it. Babyface, soft disclosure. So yeah, at this point, due to soft disclosure, I don't think no one's gonna give a fuck if we find out about aliens. There's too many stories, too much unexplained video, even too much unexplained shit coming from the military itself. Like, I'll say even 90% of UFOs are actually, high tech UFO shit or explainable to some degree. But there's some shit that cannot absolutely be explained away by some sort of military experiment. Think of the UFOs over LA during World War II. There were a whole bunch of lights that flew over LA, and the military went to arms. They were shooting flak barrages through the sky. They launched the Air Force. They launched the sirens. Like everyone was going fucking crazy. This was in World War II. These stationary lights in the sky just showed up, planted themselves over LA. The lights that showed up over Washington showed up, planted themselves, took off, flew away. The point is, it's not to say these things are, oh my God, the quote unquote aliens are here. Like, oh my God, the species that lives on a different planet found its way to Earth and they set up shop and have their ships flying around. Like they are here. It's not about that. It's more about there's what you and I know of existence is probably less than 1% of what's actually going on. And that's not saying like bad shit, but it's just things, period. Someone brought up Men in Black earlier. Imagine the end of the movie, end of Men in Black, when Homeboy opens the locker and fucking he opens the door and they're within a locker of a giant alien world. Like that's kind of like us. We're in a fucking locker. And on the outside of that locker is another planet Earth, 1,000 times bigger than ours, that we have no fucking clue as to how good. Buddy's in the room. Who else is coming? Are we partying with anybody else?
Hey.
Yo!
Can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
You can hear us?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, brother.
How's it
Where's
Can you hear
that?
us?
Atlas
loud and
asleep?
clear? This is yeah.
Hey.
He had a giant juice pack and he's been fucking
Ariana.
zig.
Atlas asleep? Hey, girl.
Yeah. Hey.
He had a giant juice pack and he's been
Ariana.
There's like an echo and a lag.
I think it's are you using Bluetooth headset?
Ariana.
There's like an echo.
Hold on. Gotta mute mine because mine's getting crazy feedback. If I mute my computer, you might be fine. Gotta mute mine because Pro Rain. Oh,
If I mute my
the
computer,
donator. Buddy Lance, the what you guys are calling the donator, is my homie. I've known him for years. We fucking
donator.
That's why I always tell him he doesn't need to donate $20 because he's homeless. But I appreciate it, man. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right? Still? That's why I always tell him he doesn't need to donate $20 because he's homeless.
Yeah, but it's like a lag.
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you, but then you repeat yourself.
That's why I always tell him he doesn't need to donate.
It's like an echo on an echo on an echo.
Do you have my YouTube channel open?
Oh, because I have YouTube on too.
Yeah, turn the YouTube off.
It's like an echo on. There. I turned
Hey.
That's better.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you guys been?
Good. Can you can hear me okay, loud and clear, yeah?
Yeah, you've been fine the whole time.
All right, good. Yeah. But I can't see the chat now.
Just open the chat back up and put the chat on mute. You gotta turn the audio off.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I want to interact with your people that you're talking to. Because there's some smart people in there.
They don't lead off to it.
Yeah, I
noticed.
noticed. There's some people with some knowledge in there that I was gaining from. So I would definitely like to interact with them as well.
Well, ask away, dog. It's spotlight's yours.
And then go back to you, Man of Letters. And then hit this live.
Spotlight's yours.
But then mute.
Yeah, mute it.
Oh,
Flag.
there we go. Are you directing it back and forth between the two of us?
No, it does it on its own.
Hmm.
Dude, technology. I think it goes off of who's talking. It's pretty dope.
Hmm. Let's see. Where were we? You guys were talking about uh the locker.
Oh yeah.
So do your shaman Wes Morrow?
Uh-huh.
He just had a ceremony with some close friends, you know, BK and Lena and Bo.
Uh-huh.
They just had a ceremony, and Bo said that during the ceremony, Aya came to him and was like, "Do you want to see how the under how everything works underneath?" And he was like, "No." And
Wait, this is BK?
Bo. This is
Oh,
BK's roommate, Bo.
yeah, I know, Bo.
And I asked him, "Do you want to see how everything works?" And he says no, and goes anyway. And he says it's exactly like the Matrix, where you open the door, and then there's a long hallway with all these other doors, and each door leads to maybe another universe, maybe another dimension, maybe the same dimension, just alternate. He didn't go too deep into it, but that was his experience with Wes this couple weeks ago.
What?
And I knew Wes from like 15 years ago, and I would love to reconnect with him. And I don't know if you had your ceremony yet, but
We've had like 3 now at the property so far.
with Wes.
Oh no, not with Wes. Well, because he fell through and I never hit him back up once the new guy was in place.
let I would revisit West. I hear a lot of good things about what he's doing, and he's actually holding them on the street you grew up in. Our house burned down in 2008, and
Really? I didn't know that.
yeah, the T fire,
Uh-huh. Oh shit.
and he's like a couple properties above the house I grew up in that burned down, and it's like this whole full circle journey for me that I kind of want to go and see what that's about. But I want someone to go with me. My wife's too scared.
Yeah, I'm down to go.
I'll pay for you if you're down to go.
I'm super down to go.
Just too scared.
Super-
I'm not ready for the ayahuasca.
I'm not too scared. Okay, she's not scared. She's just not ready. So.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Sometimes you just like I haven't done the bufo. They do the bufo there every time, every ceremony, and I haven't done it.
What is the bufo?
It's the 5-MeO DMT,
Oh yeah.
the toad.
Oh, the toad.
Yeah.
Not ready.
I mean,
for
I
that.
have DMT, regular DMT. Is it different?
For sure. I haven't done any form of DMT. Me and the homies burned out of a pipe, but it was like not
It-
not the blasting off sort of DMT that
Yeah.
people talk about,
It's about, I guess, to get that blast off, it's about the delivery.
Uh-huh.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Not delivery, DiGiorno.
Okay, let's see what it's up with.
Just someone's talking about UFO tours
Oh, in
in
Sedona.
Sedona.
That was with the guy from Blink 182, right?
I have no idea. It's the first time I've heard of it.
So you were mentioning it earlier with your viewers here about soft disclosure and
Uh-huh.
some of the things that they seem to be getting the public ready for. And the guy from Blink 182, what's his name?
Oh, he is doing mad shit.
Yeah, he is going to be the liaison
Like a
for
UFO.
disclosure. He is working with the government.
Like
Rumor has it he has in possession alien tech, extraterrestrial tech.
It's on his website, isn't it?
I haven't been to the website yet.
Oh, dude, yeah, I just came across this in the past couple months, I think. So I know what you're talking about. I totally forgot though that that he was making a push like that.
What's his name? I
Someone,
know.
someone said Mike DeLong in the comment
Mike
section.
DeLong.
I gotta
Mike
get my charger. Hold on.
Mike DeLong is going to be the liaison. He's going to introduce us to the extraterrestrials. Yes, Christian, Metatron, Mike DeLong. Is it? No, it's Tom. I think it's Tom. I have to look it up now. Blink 182 extraterrestrial. Tom DeLong. Mike DeLong. I think the other guy's Mike. And you had him mixed up.
How did he get there? He was like summoning them.
Yeah, at first he was going in the desert and was like summoning them.
Almost, my bad.
What the hell? So he's the public figure they're gonna use to get us ready. Alien research group started by Blink 182 singer says it found exotic UFO material. Former Blink 182 singer Tom DeLonge has pulled off an astonishing career change. In 2017, after quitting the band, he co-founded a group called To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, an organization committed to researching aliens. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And so unidentified aerial phenomena that a spokesman for the Navy has recently revealed. Those are those 3 videos that the Navy has released and verified, the Tic Tac videos.
What do you think then? You think it'll be released proper, or do you think it'll be released so that they can fucking groom it in a particular way?
Well, you know, it's probably going to be commercial driven, you know? If it's really 0 point technology, that is the death of oil, the death of, you know, it's funny that we call oil and coal conventional energy and they call wind and solar alternative energy when it really should be the other way around. But this whole 0 point technology energy would be the end of that. It'd be so disruptive of our economy. So I think that's why they've held on to it so long.
I don't get how it'll be destructive though. Like it'll straight up. I guess she's in the room with the babes. Ariana, you should come say hi on the live. Is your girl there?
Is that Mama? Yeah, she heard the baby in our room too. That's so funny. We have the exact same life, bro.
I know. I know. I walk by the room and Alice is just listening to Mozart's Moonlight Sonata tapped on the bed right now. They had technology since the 60s. Yo, they had the technology since at least Tesla. At least Nikola Tesla was putting out wireless electricity in the 19 teens.
Yeah, he was onto some shit. And after he died, penniless, the FBI raided his safe and all his work and research. And do you know who got a hold of all of Tesla's research after he died?
Wasn't it like Trump's uncle or some shit like that?
Trump's uncle, exactly. So imagine Uncle Trump.
I forgot about that.
Bouncing little Donald on his knee, talking about anti-gravity, time travel, and 0 point energy.
Forgot about that.
You know, saying, and that's where this whole conspiracy theory comes that Donald Trump's a fucking time traveler.
Wait, say that again?
There's a conspiracy theory that Donald Trump is a time traveler.
Oh, I've come across that title, but what's the conspiracy on that? Do you know more?
I do know more, unfortunately. Do you know his son? He has a son named Barron Trump, right?
Uh-huh.
And the kid's kind of weird. I don't know if he's on the spectrum or what, but he's like a chess master. He's really, really smart. He speaks like 5 languages. He's only like 13 years old. But if you Google, I think the book is called The Adventures of Barron Trump.
Damn, the viewers are super on point with this. Everyone says Trump's youngest son is a traveler. So
Oh,
babyface.
see, they're on it. They're on it.
That's funny.
Where is that? Baron Trump. Travels and Adventures of Baron Trump. Then yeah, I don't know how much I.
Wait, you look at the book right now or what?
Yeah, I found the book, and the book. If you if you look at the book, the cover of the book, the kid that it's based on looks just like Baron.
And what? This talks about time travel and shit inside of the book?
Yes, yes, the book is about him traveling through time.
Interesting.
And it was written, 100 years ago or some shit.
Dude, what? Have you thought about reading the book?
Yes,
I'm super down to read that book.
maybe we do it together.
Yeah, I'm super down. We got a little book club or what? We can
Yeah.
do a book club.
And then what are the odds that Trump names his son Baron? Of all names,
Huh.
why would you name your son Baron?
Dude, that's crazy. I pulled up the book right now. Let me see if I can. I got this damn DuckDuckGo shit. So it's all.
Oh yeah, DuckDuckGo. Thank you. I'm glad you're using that.
I hate their color scheme though, man. It's
I know you can change it, right?
super annoying.
So I'm new to this Zoom thing. How can I share an image with you?
You can't unless I give you permission. Hold on.
God, what are my parental controls?
I know, dude. I have you on 12 and under right now.
That's
Oh,
probably smart.
wow.
You don't let me share my screen right now. We're getting kicked
Yeah,
out.
you better fucking close all the things you need to close first.
I already did.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's allow record. It usually just says master mute allow participants.
And you can't post pictures to the chat, huh?
I don't think so. No, but you should be able. Usually, I can get you to screen share, but maybe you can't.
Babyface says, "Don't forget to like the video." What video? Right.
Thanks for talking about this video.
Yes.
Richie Breathe, what up, man? Nice to see you. No reading by candlelight, you guys. I was actually gonna do a little quickie, but
Well, maybe we do Baron. Maybe you read a little bit of Baron.
oh, is that what she's suggesting? For sure, absolutely. Readings by candlelight. That's exactly what I was thinking, to read that shit online. Do a little reading by candlelight for the Baron. What's it called again? Adventures of Baron?
The Adventures of Baron Trump. Maybe I'll just text you this picture.
Oh wait, his fucking last name is Trump too? I thought his name was Baron and looked like Trump. I didn't realize he had his exact name and looks identical to him.
I'll show you this picture. I'm gonna text it to you. You got me on parental controls.
Or if you can just send me a link and I'll pull it up on mine. I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, there's a movie? They made a movie, dude.
Oh, that's way better than reading.
2017 IMDb, The Baron Trump Adventures.
Oh, 2017. This is after he's been president, so I don't know.
A little weird. Yeah, it's new. It's for sure new. Written in 1889, 1893.
Okay, the book was written in 1889.
Yeah.
Book is written in
Yeah, right here.
1880. Donald names his son Baron. Just what, randomly?
Epic as fuck wild days. Enjoy the rabbit hole. I have a feeling Richie Breathe is. My rabbit hole game has been weak lately, man. It's been weak. But
That means you're busy doing real life shit. That's not a bad thing.
fair. Fair. That's hilarious. No, but It's like my favorite shit. It's so cool because you just things start adding up, and you
Yeah.
start making your own connections without having to watch other videos to find it. Me like, wait this, wait
So
that.
yeah,
Oh,
I had this idea to do with someone like maybe like a weekly either like podcast or maybe we go live, but we basically take the top 5 trending either conspiracy theories or topics um, for that week or month, and then we try to debunk them. We do research and we try to figure out why it's real or why it's fake. Like remember that whole Wayfair thing where people were selling kids on Wayfair. There was like a cabinet that cost like 12 grand, and the name of the cabinet matched the name of a missing child, and they're very unique names. Did you not see that, Keith?
I saw it thoroughly. I saw it. That was one of the ones I saw it a couple times. Like, all right, let's find out what the fuck's going on with this Wayfair shit. And then I thought, oh, there is something going on with this
Right. And then so the next there'd be another cabinet looks identical to the other cabinet with a different missing child's name, very unique names.
I
And it's like an industrial cabinet, simple 2-door metal cabinet going for $12,000.
and then they had the same cabinet sold for its actual price, but it wasn't the specialty edition, and that one was being sold for 75 or whatever stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't the one with the child's missing name. That's so weird, bro.
Yeah, man. I know. I know. You been another thing that caught me today was did you see my video? I think you were in that video when I talked about the Malak Festival that Verizon was holding.
Yeah, I did comment something like that.
One of Hillary's WikiLeaks emails was like, we need to sacrifice chickens out back to Malak.
Yes.
When Verizon's over holding their 3rd annual Malak Fest or their Malak conference.
Why would she say that in her email?
Fuck. And what fucking business does Verizon have holding a conference in the name of a god that they sacrifice children to from biblical times? Like, oh, it's just that's I was thinking this today, bro. It's like coincidence. How many fucking things have to add up before you're like, all right, maybe it's not coincidence. Maybe there might be something going on here.
But like Hillary, why? Why do you need to sacrifice a chicken to Malak in the bar in the background? And those are real emails, dude.
You know, she just got off the hook for those.
Yeah.
It slipped through all the memes. Not even a single meme caught that one.
She slipped through there was the appellate court was a 3-judge panel. 2 were Obama appointees, 1 was a Bush holdover. So yeah.
Right, too. Forgot about that part. The OSM scandal and who the appointees were.
There's a new documentary I want you to watch. You know, whether you're right leaning, left leaning, Obama or Biden, it's pretty scary stuff. It's called Shadowgate. It just came out. Journalist Millie Weaver put it out, and she was arrested a couple days before it released on some weird indictment.
On some weird indictment.
Yeah.
There's a video game called Shadowgate. Looks spooky as fuck.
I have I have a really close friend who's a judge in town, and him and I were chopping it up about it because there was this part in it that manipulates jury pool selections. And so there was this case with Roger Stone, and he got this jury that was like so against the odds of having like 0 Republicans. The four person was like a huge Obama person. It was just like the jury pool is supposed to be selected randomly through a computer program algorithm, and it's outsourced. So the court outsourced it through this company, and that company was basically influencing the jury selection.
What the fuck is it?
I'll email you.
Outsourcing, picking, that's their job. It's literally what they get paid for.
Exactly. This This Shadowgate surprised me how much of the government functions are actually outsourced,
Damn,
government contracted to private companies.
that's
I'm gonna
bizarre.
send you. They scrubbed YouTube with it. They scrubbed Google from it. Um, you know, once they start censoring, that creates the conspiracy. You know.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm pulling up the film right now.
No, I got it. I got it ready. I'm gonna just forward you the email I sent to my judge friend, and it's got everything on there. It's I even
Whoa.
small synopsis that is pretty good breakdown.
How long is it? There's one on here that's over an hour long.
It's an hour and 20 minutes, but I screen recorded the parts about jury selection just because it pertains to the judge. You know.
Here's a link, you guys, if you guys want to watch it. It's the whole thing and it's free. You don't even have to enter your email. Look at that. You just
Hey, what's your can you want to text me your email?
yeah. It's just Keith Garcia 808, but Keith with the law. I'll text it to you too. Baron Trump's marvelous underground journey. So there's multiple books in that series. Did you know that?
No, it's like three series.
3 books.
I got you.
I might have to step out. I gotta make sure my grandma doesn't make a run for it. She's walking out of the house right now.
You okay?
Yeah, but she's kind of.
Bro, my grandma's 98 years old, bro.
Oh yeah, my grandma.
Concentration camp survivor.
Damn, really?
Yup.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, bro. They have a
She was
crazy
always there at the house.
Yes.
What?
Concentration camp survivor. Her and her husband Joe escaped. They escaped over here. No, actually, no. They escaped Poland and went to Israel, and then they came over here and worked at a car wash. Saved enough money to buy a car wash. Saved enough money to buy the land that the car wash is on, and that is how everything started to where we got to today.
What? That's cool. I didn't know all that.
But yeah, they escaped the camps. They saw their whole family get exterminated. It was pretty brutal, traumatic, you know, and still very prevalent in her day-to-day life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking. All right. You're gonna have to entertain the people. I gotta make sure my grandma's not trying to dip.
All right. Hey, what's up, people? You don't know me, but you can get to know me. There's the link. Is that a real link? I'm gonna double check that link. Cause I got a link too. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that is a good one. It's a little dense, but oh, you do. Thank you. It's Buddy. It's actually Buddy. That is my actual name. Thank you. Yes, my grandparents made it out. My grandfather died a couple of years ago. They were married 75 years. Talk about relationship goals.
Nice. You guys are getting the buddy rundown.
Yo. No, you got cool people in there.
Yeah. That's one thing we've been blessed with is there's some cool peeps that roll through the channel.
Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. Everyone add me. Yeah, goals, right? You know, 5 years. I wish I could post pictures on here. You guys would be amazed. It, it
I know
makes
you. I don't think you can. I don't think you can on here. I'll see. Oh wait, hold on. I think I found it.
when you hear about relationships lasting lifetimes, 75 years, 80 years like that, it's like, I know times were different back then, but it's doable. It's something, you gotta work through relationships. Like everyone's so quick to break up these days. It's like, with Tinder and Hinge, like no one, you know, all this instant gratification. No one ever wants to put in the work to make a real relationship happen.
Everyone wants a quick fix.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, it's not working for 2 seconds. I'm on to the next one. Satia and I have this agreement. Yes, immediate gratification, exactly. Satia and I have this agreement. If we ever get into it, we never ever go to sleep mad.
My bad. My grandma's rolling up. What's that? Want me with the chair, grandma?
Yeah.
Never go to bed angry.
Kind of old tonight, grandma.
You guys are fighting. We're gonna sit in the room. We're gonna talk it out until we go to sleep. Always go to sleep on a good note so you don't wake up mad. That was some good advice someone gave me, and I live by it. Do the guests have a YouTube? I'm not sure.
No, he doesn't have. You don't have. You do you have YouTube?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a YouTube.
That you upload to?
No. I mean, I don't YouTube, but I have a YouTube.
That's what I meant. Yeah, they're like trying to follow you and shit. You gotta start a YouTube, man. Maybe this can be your first video.
Follow me, Buddy Cash, Buddy Lance, my channel. Let's see.
Dark magician. What makes you a dark magician? I'm always curious about people's names, man. Like some people.
Buddy Cash XO is me and my dog, and then I like to hug and kiss him. Dog Cash is the name of my dog.
Yeah, everyone liked the video. If you're new, subscribe. Thank you for considering to subscribe, all you new folk.
You know what? You guys could. I actually do have a YouTube channel, but I'm not really. I've kind of been very low key about it.
Yeah.
Just because of the nature of it. But I would really appreciate some subscribers. It's called Predator Catcher Cali, and we are catching predators, sexual predators. You ever seen To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
No shit.
Yeah, so we have a decoy talking to like a 24 or 25-year-old man or 30-year-old man. The guy thinks he's talking to a 14-year-old girl, and we get it to the point of a meetup, and then they meet up. Let's go meet at a grocery store. They meet up, and it's the homies that pull up. It's not no 14-year-old girl.
I just saw that
And we
on like Snapchat, one of those Snapchat feeds, somewhere feeds where it was just that. And so
Yeah.
like 6 or 7. It was a.
Yeah, we put them on blast, You're like, what are you doing here? Why are you trying to meet a 14-year-old girl? Da, da, da. And it's all in SB, bro. It's you'll probably recognize some of the people we've done. We released number 10 today.
No shit.
Yeah, it's me and a team of 4.
What? I didn't know you were doing that, man.
No, I know. I haven't told anyone because,
Yeah.
you could come after me, but
Well, we can scrap this video if you want afterward. But tell me,
I don't think that the 28 people in here are gonna come after me. And I think your audience is probably good in heart. So I don't,
Well, tell me the name of it again.
Predator Catcher Cali.
Damn, no shit, man.
Found it?
Yeah.
So that's me and a team of 4, or
Interesting.
no, a team of 3. So we're all of us together are 4. Yeah, when we have time, I'll tell you exactly how I got involved and how we got to the point where we are today.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. You started a couple years ago too, it says.
We need decoys, babyface. So, where do you live? Because we're actually starting to expand out to Vegas and other places.
Yeah, everyone reach out to Buddy and lend him a hand if we can. Anyway.
Yeah, we need decoys. We need people who are gonna talk to these people. It's really draining and it's disgusting because you got to put yourself in the mind of a predator.
Dude, I was thinking that when I was watching that video, it's like I can't imagine because she was saying what the conversation was. Oh, you didn't say this, and oh, you didn't say that, and so I was thinking, well,
That
they.
was that was Danny. That was Danny from She Ain't Coming, bro. Yeah. I saw that. I might have sent it to you on IG.
Maybe you did.
But yeah, we've been doing that for a couple months now, maybe.
Yeah.
My bro lives in she's in the Midwest.
Oh.
My bro lives in AZ and close to Vegas. We don't necessarily need you to be there. Honestly, we just need you to talk to these people and say, and just get on the phone with them if they need a phone call.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Babyface, do you have Instagram? You guys should add me here on IG.
Yeah, slap your
We
Instagram.
definitely need the help. I was even thinking about paying like maybe $100 a catch. Watch some of these videos, Keith.
I almost fucking can't. I will, but almost like that stuff sickens me, man.
I know, but this is like front line. Like we're really getting these people.
These people are rolling from Santa Barbara.
You're all in SB, dude. Eventually you're gonna recognize some of them because you know how small this town is.
Yeah. No shit. Damn.
Wow.
Hope you have a handful of people. Danielle Battle, hit him up. Get at his Instagram. Yeah, you just put your Instagram in there. I think I saw, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I just added it in there.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. Where are you, Danielle? Where do you live? You guys can email me too. San Jose. Yeah, we'll get you guys the decoy phones. We'll give you some. We will send you the phones, so you're not using your own phone.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the plug, bro.
Yeah. By all means. Making the world better, one fucking cop predator at a time.
That's real, dude, and it's funny because I feel it personally. It's no mercy, right? But I've had these families. This one guy, his little sister emailed me. Oh, my family's getting harassed. His baby mama's filing charges. Da 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 da. If it's money you want, please take the video down. It's just like
Damn.
sister emailing me.
Damn.
Part of that makes me feel bad, but part of it is like, no, man, like he's got 2 daughters. Like, come on, bro. Like
Damn.
that was number 8. So go watch number 8.
Damn. Yeah, I have your page up right now. That's got to be heavy, dude. Is it steady? You doing this like how often?
It takes a lot of my time, dude, and I didn't expect to get into this, but it's a little fulfilling, so I don't mind it.
Look at the faces, seeing if I recognize
I
anyone.
need your help. I need help, man. Maybe your girl wants to help me. We need decoys. We need someone in Oxnard, actually.
There's a lot of people in Oxnard.
No, we just need that that area. Yeah, there is a lot of people, but we just need that area covered. All she will do is just chat, pretend she's 14. Basically, you got to state that you're 14 within the first, 5 or 6 messages, and if they say it's cool, then you just keep going and you keep talking, and they get to the point where it's like, let's hang out, and then you set up the time, and instead of a 14-year-old showing up, it's me and like 4 homies.
Damn. Damn.
Which is scary because it's like you don't know what they were planning on doing to whoever they were about to, meet up with, whoever they thought they were meeting up with. They could have a gun in the car, and they'd rather catch a body than catch a case.
Yeah.
And that's how I got involved. Is these two guys were already doing it. They're already on like number 4 or 5, and I got involved and I gave them body armor. I made sure that they're talked to a lawyer, so they're doing things legally, that they don't say anything that could get them in a defamation, libel, or slander lawsuit, that they don't get sued by the people who owns the property they're filming on. And I'm like, dude, you guys got to think about all this stuff. I thought they were kids at first, but it turns out they're older.
Wow.
Yeah, some crazy shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. Ariana might be down.
Yeah.
She's got a baby voice too.
Yeah.
She's got a straight up baby voice. Yo, Dark Magician's from Ox. What up? What part of Oxnard do you live, Dark Magician? That's hella funny.
I'm gonna add you, Dark Magician.
What? I didn't think someone here was from.
He has an IG. What's your IG, babyface?
Yeah, make sure y'all. All right, I'll put mine in here too. My IG. Need to step up the self promo game, anyways.
Oh, I don't think that's his IG. I think it's she's just adding him in the chat. Okay,
Give me a sec.
Babyface's IG is Naomi. Life size. I found you, Naomi. Added you. Oh, young Pharaoh follows you. Young Pharaoh follows you, babyface. You know who Young Pharaoh is? Keith? Keith. Did I lose Keith? Is it just me in here? Yeah, Young Pharaoh, he's on another level. Keith, where you at? I want to talk to you about this guy, Young Pharaoh. Did Keith leave? Keith. Man of letters.
Hey, my bad.
Oh, okay. I was just...
I did in the middle. Grandma was making another dash for it.
She's trying to get the hell out, man.
Yeah, man. She's normally tapped, but right now she's like, she's out of it. Gotta make sure she doesn't wander too far. But yeah, my bad. Sorry about that.
At least she's nimble. So I just added Babyface on IG, and I saw that someone I'm following is also following her. He's this guy I follow on YouTube. His name's Young Pharaoh. Have you seen him?
Oh, dude, Young Pharaoh be keeping it super, super duper real.
So he follows Babyface on IG.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did we get Babyface's IG?
I got her IG, and then Babyface, you're gonna link Man of Letters with Young Pharaoh so they can get on a live together, and Man of Letters can get those subscribes up. Yeah, can you make that link,
Um,
or am I reaching? Cause I'm not afraid to.
oh no, dude, that's not a reach at all. Let's make that happen. I would.
That
I'd
would be
super
sick.
down for that. I like Young Fair because he comes in with just the hard cold facts, and
Yeah,
he does his research, man. A lot of people, myself included, will shoot from the hip a lot, but he like,
he does homework and he does PowerPoints, bro.
yo, he does PowerPoints.
He'll
He
give
does
you a.
PowerPoints, man.
He said, me and my PowerPoints and a court of law, all you bitches getting locked up. Hillary getting locked up. Biden getting locked up. Everybody getting locked up. It is me and my white patriots. We gonna have our own country.
I know. That's what got me hooked. I was like, homeboy's trying to start his own
Yeah,
country under the Constitution, a legal country under the Constitution.
he's very entertaining, but he's also I like how he keeps it real. So I fuck with him.
Pictures.
What's that?
You know, I mean, if he follows you, you know, maybe there's something there worth a shot. It's always worth a shot to network like that, you know?
I'm trying to.
Our Dark Magician's IG is Ascendant Mystic. I'm
Uh,
gonna add you, Dark Magician.
yeah, Dark Magician, what's good? We live in the same city. Is that what just happened?
Yeah, you didn't even know?
No, I had no idea. I think. Okay, not so Naomi is
Naomi.life size, I think.
Babyface.
Yep.
Okay. Mermaid Power, what up? Okay, cool.
Oh, Ascendant.
Got some Sailor Moon on there.
Oh,
Like it, homies.
Patsy has
Yeah, Dark Magician. I don't see. Do you have Owl as your profile picture?
And I'm looking for Dark Magician right now
she
too.
doesn't.
I don't. I don't see it with the underscore. I see it without it, but I don't know if that's him. He says he has to reactivate it. Who else we got?
Dark Young Pharaoh doesn't know me like that, so I can try and send him a tweet or something.
He knows you like that.
Yeah, he's following you, yo. Be like, yo, what up? It's Babyface.
You know, it's always worth the reach out. You never know.
I know. I've been fortunate enough to be plugged with some super dope people just because I was like, what up?
Yeah.
And they were like, of course.
Yeah, man. That's love. You know, especially if you guys are on the same, you know, tip in terms of content and there's some compatibility. But he's got some really, really strong guests. Remember that pandemic, the Judy Mekovitz pandemic?
Oh yeah.
He interviewed her like months prior before that coming out.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, like he was on that way before anyone else.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That was actually where I found him. That was right when I discovered Young Fair. Was during that time. I think that video must have gone viral or something.
Hell yeah, it did.
Yeah, I've seen his face pop up a bunch, but I've never really taken time to check him out until then.
Plandemic Part 2 is about to come out.
Is it gonna stay out? That's the question.
No, it's gonna get deleted, but you know, it's good to know that it's coming out. I'm gonna send you something on Instagram right now that will explain it about what it's about.
Appreciate you too, Babyface. Thanks for being homies.
Yeah, I like Babyface.
El Sheb, El Sheba Sekhmet. It's a gangster ass name. Watch, we just casually have Young Pharaoh on the channel in the next couple weeks.
Yes, you know, man. It's like, why not?
Sorry, Babyface, you sent me a message, but I need to get a new phone. Glitches. My phone sucks, man. I try to open any app and it crashes like 10 times before the damn app even opens. But get familiar. What up? Bringing the heat. They live in the earth. Trike NYC. Man, the aliens do live in the earth. We were talking about that a long ass time ago, though.
You
Hey,
guys-
man. So Ariana and I want to start doing some traveling to some mystic places. You gotta come, like Mount Shasta, for example, Sedona, like shit like that. You know what I mean?
So that's funny that you say that. So you know, Stockton's coming down in September.
Uh-huh.
And we're thinking about renting a big RV and driving him and his lady back road tripping,
Damn, when?
making stops along the way. September.
When though? Because we literally just bought tickets to go to Colorado because they were $70 a round trip. I know. Like an hour ago, Ariana bought them. literally about 90 minutes ago. She's
What?
like, yeah, I got the tickets. We're going to Colorado.
Flights are so cheap right now. My buddy just flew in from Vegas for like $15.
Oh, God.
But where in Colorado? Why? What dates?
The 14th, like right in the smack dab middle, like the 14th to the 18th or some shit like that. I'll hit her up and be like, "What's good? Did you get any insurance or what?"
But the insurance costs as much as the flight.
I know, especially now. Well, we'll
So
see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But
if
either way,
anything,
we're
if anything, change your. Are you going with the baby?
correct.
If anything, fly from Seattle to Colorado.
Ooh,
So come with us on this trip, and then either or fly out of Sacramento or something like that. Just change your departing airport, and we'll get you there, so you can have that trip.
you taking the little army?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Oh yeah.
we'll get it. If you guys come, we'll get a big ass one. We'll get like one of those buses, like tour bus.
I'll tell Ariana right now. I'm down. I would much rather do that. We don't have plans in Colorado. We just like traveling. You know, the cheap tickets are hella cheap, and
You
she's
got
always,
no plans in Colorado. It's just you just book the next flight out of here.
that's how Ariana rolls, dude. She's just like, it's it. It's like,
Hey,
alright. We kind of did
spontaneity.
that with New Orleans, and we fucking dipped around New Orleans. That was super fun for Halloween.
Yeah. Trike said asked if they live here on Earth. He's got to look up DUMBs. He's got to look up the DUMBs.
What are the DUMBs?
Deep underground military bases.
Oh, yo, there's a book that I just read, the back cover of that talked about that in depth, and it's kind of blowing my mind.
Yeah, man, that's where all the supposed extraterrestrials live. They have their own cities down there.
Mhm.
There are pipelines or transportation that takes you from dumb to dumb, dumb da da dum dum dum. You know, the Dracos that live up in there. You know, because they like to be close to the core of the Earth. You know, Antarctica, man, that's where it's all at. That's why Hitler was obsessed with Antarctica. He went over there and created some bases.
Thing we were talking about on the
That
live
is-
tonight was
that is some rabbit hole
Antarctica
shit.
and Hitler.
That is some tinfoil rabbit hole shit. But I love that shit. You know, I don't care if people, say, "Oh, it's just a conspiracy." Like, honestly, it just makes shit exciting,
I know,
Like
no, for real.
I'd rather live in a life where there might be a multiverse, there might be aliens, extraterrestrials living underneath us. That is just way more exciting than living your regular 9 to 5. I'm
and
sorry.
there's enough now, man. There's enough evidence now to where it's not a
Yeah,
conspiracy theory anymore. Like you're staring at a fucking
yeah,
building that was built 12,000 years ago with people who were tying stones to the end of wooden sticks to
yeah.
kill animals. Like
Yeah, the technology didn't exist. It's like I just the only one I can't get with is flat Earth.
I gave it a shot.
You gave it a shot.
I gave it a shot. I gave it the old college try. I couldn't. It didn't stick.
That's the only one like that gets me. But I mean, like I see other arguments. I understand. Like you know, I I'm I'm not like all completely dismissive, and I acknowledge their arguments and I acknowledge their standpoints, but I I just can't agree. You know.
What about the moon? What about the fake in the moon landing?
That seems more plausible and realistic. Stanley Kubrick's involved. You can easily fake that shit. And it was just so much easier to fake it to win the Cold War than it was than to actually go there. You know,
So you don't think we've been there, period?
I don't know if we've been there, period, but I don't think fucking Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Like, why has Buzz Aldrin, right? Buzz Aldrin, this is the crown achievement of his life. He's given one interview. When he came back, he gave one interview and never talked about it again. Look it up. There's no official Buzz Aldrin interview since his one and only one, 40 years ago
Yeah.
or
My
whenever
thought
it
of that
was.
was that that they went and faked the footage so that they can be, hey, it's just moon dust and
Yeah.
shit. But I'm convinced there's bases, there's cams. I mean, the one that I was watching was saying they heard the moon ring like a bell. They're like, hey, the moon, or they were saying, hey, we see objects, we see structures, and these things
Yeah. The,
bounced to
the hollow,
Australia.
it's hollow, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I think we went, but I don't think those footage is real. I don't think what they're
Yeah.
telling us about it is real. I think all that shit's been
Yeah,
fabricated.
I agree. I think we went. I don't think that shit was real though, what we saw on TV.
See me and Babyface right there. High five, girl.
Footage and audio was fake. There you go.
Get familiar doesn't think we can leave the earth at all. Like you don't think we can because someone is holding us.
Because of the infirmament, right? Or
Yeah,
firmament.
yeah. That's
We're in
yeah.
the dome.
Do you think the moon is real? How would how would a flag be flying? Oh yeah, we're talking. Yeah, I thought you were on the moon. Um,
I, I. Have you seen a lot of these? Have you seen Above Majestic yet?
I saw Above Majestic a couple years ago. Yeah. I saw a bunch of for like a good year. I was slamming all those. I was slamming Gaia TV hard.
Yeah, guy. I had the subscription and then I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
The,
I
con-
mean,
the good content was too rare and few between, and I just had to delete it. But
no, I snagged the login info from my brothers. Mama.
Like, you, yeah, and you're probably my ex girlfriend just got on my Netflix still.
One of those cases, dude. So, but yeah, Ariana and I were watching a whole like we watched a bunch, and some of them we couldn't handle. Like some dude was talking about caverns underground with different pockets of species, and it didn't feel right. It sounded corny as fuck. It didn't
On
sound
Above Majestic.
not Above Majestic
Uh,
on Gaia. It was just a
oh, on
random guy.
Gaia, yeah,
Yeah, Above Majestic was legit. That was a good one.
yeah.
That was a
I
good
have
one.
a running list of documentaries. I'll share it with you. Um, do you have Roku?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Roku, it's like a streaming device. It's like Apple TV, but like not Apple TV.
Nah. We rock Netflix, Amazon Prime.
I know, but what do you watch it on? What, like Apple TV, or your TV is a smart TV, or you just
Oh,
laptop?
PS4 and smart TV.
Okay. Corey Good, yeah, Corey Good. Are you talking about David Wilcock? Yeah, wait, David Wilcock is a little weird. That's real.
Dude eats DMT for breakfast. That's what we're talking about, right?
Okay, Babyface got Roku. I'm gonna DM you this my list of documentaries. The Roku is the reason I asked Roku because you can in the search bar of Roku, you can search a title and then it'll give you all the apps that title is on, and some of it is free, some of it you have to pay for, but it's a good way to see you know what title is on what app and for how much. I don't know if Apple TV has that.
Oh, thank you, Cesar Lopez.
Yeah, Patsy has her charge. I mean, her.
Is that Grandma?
Yeah, Grandma. Patsy's not here right now.
I know,
Grandma, it's past your bedtime, Grandma.
but she gets her car.
Nah, that's funny. I open Instagram, and as soon as I open it, to you and your fam.
I'm gonna go home. I mean, I'm gonna go.
You gonna go to bed?
Yeah,
You going to bed?
yeah,
Okay.
Good night, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
yeah.
She's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
All right. See you tomorrow, Grandma.
What's she doing?
She's just huffing and puffing, dude. It's her. She's got dementia, so she's getting in and out of it.
Yeah, my grandma too.
Oh, Nakia Richard. I know. I do love those readings by candlelight, man. It's just something.
It's something about it. I think I had you read me all of the Four Agreements. Did you do that one?
No.
Oh no, it was The Alchemist. You did The Alchemist.
No, I didn't. I didn't do either one of those. I did. I can't do those because they're too new. I'll get hit with.
No, man. Which one did you do for me, bro? No, you did read one for me.
You sure? No, I know what you're talking about. It was you first asked me. Remember, you were like, you had to come over and read this to me and my son every week. I can't remember the time when it was the.
No, there was one that I was listening to you. Either it was on your SoundCloud or on your YouTube. It was on your YouTube.
I have Emerald Tablets. I have Corpus.
The Emerald Tablets is one of them. What else?
The Corpus Hermeticum, the Kabbalion.
Nope.
Shit, what are some of the other ones?
Tibetan Book of Death. You should do that one.
The Tibetan Book of Dead? Yeah, yeah. I mean to. I did an excerpt of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, but that shit's way too fucking long. There's no I'm doing that whole thing. But the Tibetan Book of the Dead's pretty short.
Tibetan Book of Dead. You know what'd be a good nice one is the 5 Languages of Love.
Is it new?
I have it right here. Hold on.
Like I can legit only do books have been published. I think it's 60 or 70. Might even be 100 years. I can't remember. Did the Book of Enoch. I did a book called The Mystic Will, which was dope. Manual of Using Your Mental Energy and Magic. That one was dope. I did a super cool Nightmare Before Christmas, the original poem that was written for the movie. That was super dope. More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark for Halloween one year. That was dope. I want to do a whole bunch of Halloween ones this year. But he ain't even here anymore. Dipped out on me.
I want to go get a book. Um, you said they have to be over 60 years old. Why? Because it becomes part of the Creative Commons.
There you go. That's what it is. Yeah. It doesn't have to, but I would like to make money off the audiobooks I do because they take me hundreds of hours to do. And nice. I definitely can't do that one.
This is a good one. You should read it anyway for you and your wife.
All right, I'll do that. Of love. She Oh, the 4 agreements. We can do Ariana's in the chat room. She's asking for the 4 agreements.
Yeah, the 4 agreements.
Nakia Richard, no scary stories? Damn, we're slamming the scary stories hard for Halloween, so you might have to tune out that month.
Ooh, the scary stories.
Dude, I love scary stories. I studied creative writing in college, and that was for the stories I was writing. I was writing horror stories.
I got a book from Jordan Peterson that I would like you to read.
Oh, there we go. I listen to a lot. I have listened to a lot of Jordan Peterson for a few years now.
Edward Snowden.
Oh,
You know, after watching ShadowNet, I realized that he's just a plant, bro.
really?
Watch ShadowNet. It will turn your shit upside down, bro.
I mean, Snowden's on Joe Rogan and shit. 100 Deadly Skills.
My wife is getting me ready for the apocalypse, bro. How to do a tourniquet, how to steal a car. How to wear a disguise, how to blend in, how to cross the borders. It's fucking dope. This is dope, but
really? I gotta check that out. I am obsessed with scary stories. I was just listening to some scary stories this afternoon, actually. I was seriously considering starting a scary podcast YouTube channel and
ooh, that's a nice niche, bro.
I know, I love it.
I don't know if that's out or at least popular.
It is. No, there's a couple that's where I thought of it because like, damn, these are super cool. It's like the only podcast I've listened to over the years and I've always come back to are like the scary story ones. I just like storytelling. I love storytelling, you know?
I noticed. You are a man of letters, you fool.
Pharaoh. Floorbrun. Hey, someone just brought up Floorbrun. Today, someone just hit me in the DMs today, like, hey, have you heard of Floorbrun?
Huh.
Let me see if it's the right.
That scary story?
No, we're talking something else. Just a Floorbrun. She's just another spiritual
Contactee.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like a intuitive.
Yeah, her niche is expose hidden agendas as well as disclosures, psyop cover up of melanated / carbon galactic beings.
How you heard of Project Looking Glass?
Yeah, I have the title, but run it by me again. What is it exactly?
Project Looking Glass is basically to dumb it down. It's really complex, but to dumb it down is that you have this device and you need a very intuitive person, and in this device you can see into the future based off a decision you make. So people in the higher echelon have access to this tech, and the last person to use it was Hillary, and she saw herself winning in 2016. And there was this thing, it's like all these different timelines based off all these decisions that you're gonna make, right? And it's basically how to attain that goal that you're wanting. And I guess in 2012, all the timelines merged. So none of these intuitive people could see anything past 2012. You gotta look it up, dude. Project Looking Glass.
That's what Project Looking Glass is? Because I've heard it a bunch of times, so I've been way off on what I thought it was. This is a real thing?
Yeah, so you know how Bob Lazar mentioned something about controlling gravity, emitting gravity with that uh molecule or that element 132 or whatever.
Mhm.
So basically the concept is if you can manipulate gravity, you can manipulate time.
Mhm.
And they were using that somehow to manipulate time and be able to, and remote viewing. They were doing remote viewing.
But remote viewing into the future.
Remote viewing into the future, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you basically put in this like if this then that, like if I did this then that would happen. And I think Rick and Morty even did an episode kind of that touched on that concept.
I could see that.
And then
That was a little demented. There's some shit on that show.
yeah, you got it, dude. You got it. I think David Wilcock has a good
David.
explanation on it. As do the boys from Edge of Wonder. I don't know if you ever seen those guys.
No.
Edge of Wonder. Anyone else? Anyone in the chat seen Edge of Wonder?
I feel like I have 1,000 fucking tabs open from shit that you're bringing up.
That's the rabbit hole.
Oh, it's a YouTube channel? Edge of Wonder?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, dope. I see.
So I got a playlist. It's called I have a playlist called Red Pills.
Yo, speaking of spooky podcasts, I just listened to one the other day that was talking about the Spear of Destiny. You know the Spear of Destiny?
They talk about that in the Edge of Wonder. Yeah.
On the site, and he just released one 6 days ago, and that was roughly when I listened to that podcast talking about the Spear of Destiny. That's
Yeah, dude, Hitler had it.
Did he?
Hitler was obsessed of getting all of these powerful artifacts.
I know that part, but did he get? Is that part of the story? Is it he got it?
I think he got it. Yeah,
And in that video, they talk about the evidence to support that.
I think so. Yeah. So they have this they have this YouTube channel, Edge of Wonder, but they keep getting censored. They keep getting not demonetized. So
Really?
I'll give you my login. I paid $100 so I can watch their real full episodes on their website for a year.
Damn, he's got Mandela shit. Mandela effect. The digital battlefield exclusive praying medic. This is cool. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you.
These guys are a little like Trumpish sometimes, which
Trump,
is
like the President Trumpish, or what do you mean?
yeah, they're like they're kind of like they're Q guys,
I see.
QAnon type people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down if that's the case. I hope that's the case, but
Yeah, the idea of it is cool, and like whether it's like an actual intel drop or whatever.
Yeah.
The idea of it got people doing their own research. It got people to go around taking everything what they heard from the mainstream media, and it just made people wake up just a little bit. And if that was the whole point of it, then I'm all for it. Then who cares if there's a real Q person who's giving us real intel through a back channel on 4chan, because that's basically what it is. But here, I got some stuff I'm gonna send you right now.
All right.
Tinfoil Hat podcast is a good one. He's a comedian, Sam Tripoli.
I follow his IG.
Because I sent you his shit. That's why.
Yeah, yeah, you did. The Vril Society. The Vril Society was part of Hitler, right? Didn't Hitler have a go-to girl that was his handler?
That was his medium, right? She was the one telling him to do all these things, I think. How do I share this?
People are asking about your playlist if it's public.
My playlist, my Red Pill playlist?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think it is. I can make it. But then they're gonna judge me about what's in it.
Whatevs. Welcome to YouTube, where people judge you for fucking. Yeah, Fleur Brun is on YouTube, Nakia. Yeah, check her out. I swear, someone sent me this YouTube in my DMs just this afternoon. It's crazy that she came up again. It's the first I've ever heard of her. She's her style is like long live videos where she's just dropping hella knowledge.
Nikki, if you want to DM me, I will include you into that all my playlists and stuff. But I'd prefer to keep it private. It probably is public. I really don't know how to work YouTube, honestly.
All right,
I'm,
man.
I'm gonna email it to you. That's probably the best way to do it. Did you get my email from that I forwarded you from the judge?
Probably haven't checked my emails though.
Okay.
Where are we at? Project Looking Glass. Exopermaculture. What the fuck is exopermaculture? A technology for remote viewing of the future.
There you go.
Project Looking Glass, the QAnon and Deep State.
So I have this playlist of all these things about Project Looking Glass, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, and out of the 6, there's only 2 that haven't been removed by YouTube. So
So you got the plug then, it sounds like.
I mean, but they deleted them off my playlist, so YouTube is they're really pissing me off, man.
No.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, they are now the arbiters of truth. They need to lose their protections under Section 230, because now they are publishing, now they're editorializing. They're not a platform for free speech. If they're gonna silence voices and promote other voices, and to fit their political narrative that they want to promote, then now they are editorializing. Now they are a publisher. Do you know about Section 230?
It's basically puts them as a, what do you call it? A
Platform.
yeah, they're only there's what do you call it? A publicist? They just publish what's there. They're not allowed to regulate the content, etc.
Right. So now, because they've been editorializing and censoring and fact checking bullshit, now they're editorializing in it. Now they're a publisher. Now they lose their protections under Section 230, and so now they are liable for what is posted on there. So what could happen is you'll see the comment section go away. You'll see a lot of things go away because they would be liable for what someone said on there.
Oh, I see. That's what it was for in the first place, and I'd be liable of the shit that goes on.
Right. Yeah. And they went in front of Congress. Jack went in front of Congress. Zuckerberg went in front of Congress, said, "We are not the arbiters of truth. We are not editorializing. We are not, we are a free platform. People can bring their content as long as their speech is not hateful, then they can post whatever they want." And then that ended up not being true.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then the people that they do allow to be posting ridiculous shit.
Right. It's really one-sided. They're basically just silencing conservative voices.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm waiting for the next platform to come out. People have just been launching shit from their own websites, like London Real is doing his own thing. But he has a big enough following to where he can do that. The rest of us fucking can't do something like that,
So the new platform that I've seen is called Parler.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a true platform. You could post a lot of things on there. They're not going to censor you. But it's a lot of conservative voices now because those were the ones that were being censored. So now it's a bit of an echo chamber. So I don't really go on it too much because then it's just like, too much Trump,
Yeah.
So
I bail out of both sides of that conversation. I bail out of the Trump. I bail out of the fucking whoever is running for Democrats. The only time I jump back in is when they're like QAnon, deep state,
Yeah.
reptilians. And I'm like, all right.
That's a bit more at my alley.
Continue. Carry on. Good, sure. But no, shit's weird out there.
Oh
Shit's
man.
weird and scary, man. Are you planning on staying in California, by the way?
Well, the bug out properties that I've looked at have been in Cali. The one that just got sold out from underneath me, it was 150 acres. It had a half a mile of river frontage. It had its own pond. I might have texted it to you. It was completely off grid. It had solar. It had like 20,000 gallons of water and treatment. You can hunt. It was near Shasta, which means
It was Cali proper.
it was Trinity, Douglas City, I think, or Douglas County. Trinity River ran through it, and it was the fact it was just I didn't like the fact that it was still in Cali and it gets 115 degrees in near Shasta. You know, Cali, I kind of wanted to get out of Cali because of what's happening and all the taxes that are going to go up.
That's why I asked, and the forced vaccination. I asked because you have a child and you're sort of saying the same shit I am and the progression of things as I am. So I'm like, I'm curious if he has plans on staying or not.
If I stay, I'm going to find a doctor who is going to, just write off that
I know that's how I was
they
thinking
either
too.
did the vax or that they don't need to do it.
Mhm.
Or that they're allergic to something in it and it exempts them.
Mhm.
You know, and I have this conversation with people all the time. My main thing is like, okay, say there's 30 kids in the class and they're all vaccinated for COVID or whatever. They're all vaccinated for measles. My one son is not vaccinated for measles. By your logic, my son should be no threat to anyone. If the vaccine works, you shouldn't be worried about the people who are not vaccinated.
That's the whole point.
Uh,
The
you know.
scary thing kind of is in the other direction because kids shed when they get the vaccinations. So if your son's the only one, if our sons are the only ones who don't have the vaccinations, then they're getting the fucking live virus from these other kids. You know what I mean? So if anything, it's the non-vaccinated ones who should be concerned, you know,
Yeah,
by the
by
vaccination.
the vaccinated kids because they're carrying it. That's true. And I wanted to look more into it, but there was this thing with Bill Gates and his polio vaccine in India that ended up paralyzing like 500,000 kids.
No shit.
Yeah, it was a polio vaccine, and within that polio vaccine, a new polio virus was created.
Oh.
And everyone who got the polio vaccine was spreading this new polio strain, and it paralyzed 500,000 kids.
Zero news coverage.
Yeah, I hope someone can fact check me in the comments or confirm.
Yeah, we usually John Smith ain't here. It's way too late for him, but someone should help us out. I know I've been hearing a lot of things on Bill Gates's vaccines going awry in third world countries, but I was hearing of it more in Africa, not in India.
I mean, and we'll just think about it. He's using third world countries to test his vaccines on people. That alone is fucked up, man. And the guy couldn't even save Windows from viruses. Like, he's not a doctor.
The virus is for Windows. That's what people don't understand. Is he was behind. He wanted to sell his antivirus, so he was patenting viruses.
Exactly. Exactly.
And now he's doing the same shit.
Now
He's got patents for the fucking vaccinations.
Yes.
For the fucking.
Yes, Keith. Yes.
God, bro, it's the same shit.
God, it's a fucking playbook, man.
The playbook. It's the Bill Gates playbook. He just released a bunch of fucking GMO. What do you call them? Skeeters out in Florida. I heard about that, but I thought that was a joke. I didn't think it was a real.
Skeetered? I didn't know about that. But
yeah, go check. If you pull up his YouTube right now, he's just The reason why I found out about it was because after he got okayed by the government to release some 250 million fucking GMO mosquitoes, I think it's to fight against malaria. And he put a video on his YouTube channel last week, and it's a super creepy, about 50-second animation of it starts far out and then it zooms in on what you come to find is the figure of death with the sickle made out of mosquitoes. With super ominous, and I went to go, I was like, what are people saying about this video? Comments are disabled, of course, one of his only
Yeah.
videos that are disabled
Did,
on
did
his channel.
you see that? You know who Maria Abramovich is?
Oh, fucking do I ever, yeah.
So Microsoft, they're trying to sell their Microsoft HoloLens, which is like a VR thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she was supposed to be the first artist to sell a artistic piece through VR, right? A VR
Really?
experience, right?
Be the first, the spirit cooking, baby
Yeah,
sacrifice,
you're
fucking.
cooking bitch, right? So they come out with this YouTube video. They're like, "Oh, Mariana Abramovich, da 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 da. She is on the cutting edge of art. We're really, really excited about this opportunity for her to be the first to sell uh, an art piece through the HoloLens. They had, bro, it got flooded with negative comments and thumbs down. The thumbs downs were like crazy high. They ended up having to take off all the stats off the video, and I think they ended up taking the video off.
I heard that video got ripped.
So what does that tell you, man?
That they're
People are waking up.
a bunch of crazy fucks.
Look, babyface. Bill Gates cannot step his foot in India because of the kids who became paralyzed. So she knows. She knows. Thank you for co-signing on that.
We can't say it goes against our religion here anymore, babyface, with the vaccinations. California just passed a law. Was it SB something or another?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Atlas can't go to public school.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, Atlas can't go to public school. He passed it last year because he didn't get his STD hepatitis B shot at 2 fucking days old.
Dude, they wanted to give Army the Hep B shot like an hour after he's born. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're not gonna go shoot up strippers after this. We're gonna go home.
I
And now
know.
that we're doing this whole COVID lockdown shit, it's even less likely we're gonna get any of this stuff that we're getting vaccinated for.
Did they jump your shit? The doc. We went to a doc. We were in SB, and the doctor jumped our shit. We told you the story. He got all red in the face and like,
No.
yeah, he was like, we told him no, and he looked at it. He verbatim, do you want your son to die?
Fuck you.
The first phrase out of his mouth. We were like, nah, we're not gonna vaccinate.
Oh, don't talk. Who is this pediatrician?
Would he be considered a pediatrician? He was the birthing doctor. He wasn't even a pediatrician. He was our doctor who was supposed to perform the delivery for Ariana.
He's the gynecologist.
Yeah, whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, but he was a dick, and we changed doctors, and we told that story to a few people around town, and they were like, "Yeah, fuck that guy. He's had a lot of experiences like that."
That asshole is not even a pediatrician, and he's got such a strong fucking opinion on vaccines for children when he's not even a pediatrician.
Face turned cherry red when I brought it up.
Stay in your lane, bro. You know these. Oh my god, these pediatricians get money for vaccines.
I know.
You know, and these vaccine injuries. If you have a vaccine injury, which my wife had, she got vaccines, came home, and started having seizures. If you make a claim, so vaccine injury, they have their own separate court, right? They don't have you don't go through regular litigation court. They have their own separate court in which you are not allowed to sue the manufacturer. There is a fund, a vaccine injury payout fund. You go through that. They put a gag order. You're not allowed to speak about it.
Part of receiving the money is a gag order?
Yep. And 75 cents to every vaccine that you get goes to this injury fund. So It's not even coming out of their profits. It's built into the cost. It's fucked up, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Fuck.
I wish I didn't know it. So, back to like bugging out, my dream facility is a big compound, off-grid ranch, cattle, horses, goats, livestock, crop, um, fishing, hunting, 4 or 5 families. I want homeschool materials from K through like, college, 2 years of college. I want to stock up on all of that stuff and guns, night vision goggles, bulletproof vests. We're all doing tactical training. We're getting 1,000 acres in Montana, just like Kanye did, man. Like, why would Kanye do that? Because he knows.
Yeah. I know, dude. That's why I asked you. I was like, you gotta be in the know if you're this far. And I know you have the resources to make some fucking serious move. Ariana and I were looking up like 15, 20 acres of land, riverfront, open. It was like fucking 45 grand, 60 grand for nice, 15
Where?
acres, 20 acres, like it's nothing.
Colorado?
No, this was all over the place. It was mostly, it was Idaho, there was Wisconsin,
So
the
I
Dakotas.
I want to go somewhere where it rains, like Washington, because we get fresh water.
Or a river. I mean, you can be like in the Southwest, and you gotta be by a river, by the Colorado River flows year
Yeah,
round.
that shit could get dammed up,
Mhm.
or dried up. If we go to somewhere where it rains a lot, we could do some rain entrapment or something to that effect. There was a place in Washington called Gold Bar,
Mhm.
which was beautiful. There was nothing around. Dude, let's go in on it together, man. Like, I want another family. Um, I want a few other families. I have a few other families in mind that are down. And
Yeah,
and we're starting to tread the area of prepping.
nice.
I mean, doomsday preppers is just like, are they fucking insane or are they genius? There's a
That-
fine line.
Today, with knowing what we know, there's no way it's crazy. There's no fucking way shit like that is crazy.
The babyface Dave Chappelle lived on a farm before they cloned him.
Babyface is in it for sure. No, I know that for sure. Who said that? Who's that was Babyface that said that?
Yeah, she said they cloned Chappelle.
He did disappear for a couple years,
He did.
supposedly moved to
Yeah,
South
and he came
Africa.
back and he's all buff now. He's like, yeah, his sense of humor is the same.
Kinda.
So Brienne Elizabeth, yeah, you can never be too prepared.
Dave Chappelle lived on. It sounds like we gotta get Babyface on the line.
Yes, we do. Babyface, no matter what, do not listen to the first or second doctor. I really like that. I've had my wife get second and third opinions on just the most simplest procedures,
Hmm.
just because it's like, are these people really just suggesting to get this procedure done just to get some money? So, very, 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 very great advice, Babyface.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Makes you think about why they are trying to push so hard on vaccines. I mean, you just look at the number of vaccines that our kids have to take versus when we used to have to take them. We used to have to take them, it was 25, 28.
Well,
Now,
it was like 4 back in the 80s, in the early 80s. It's even less than that.
now 75 mandatory vaccinations.
By the age of 2, bro.
What the
24,
fuck?
24 months.
At
All you're
least,
doing is taking your kid to the doctors to get poked at that.
at
You
least
always at the
get
office.
it out. They're not even in school until 5. At least get some of those vaccines later when your brains develops or whatever the fuck. That it's insane. And if you talk, you can't even tell people about that because you have these crazy vaxxer people that are like, will completely judge you for your political way of thinking, bro. This whole identity politics thing is tearing my family and friends apart from me. I can't tell people how I feel.
You know, they're actually holding um, studies right now. I think it's in Stanford on how to convince the population to be more accepting of vaccines. And I just saw, or didn't see, but I heard it was a YouTuber who was reading the list of some of them, and that was on their social. What's the word? Basically, you're gonna get criticized by your peer, like peer pressuring you into getting vaccines, but there was a word they used for it. So that's part of the program is figuring out how to manipulate people to be more accepting of vaccines. One of the fucking check marks was we have to get the rest of society to bag on these guys so hard that it just becomes miserable. You know, they can't get it.
Yeah. It's not peer pressure, it's just your turn. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically make people who are against it feel and look really bad. So they're pressured to, yeah, dude, that's what they're doing now. Silence is violence, right? If you don't say something up about Black Lives Matter, then you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Type thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I can get down with BLM, the movement, but I'm not down with BLM, the group, you know? There's a difference.
There's a huge difference.
You know, I'm not down with Marxism. I'm not down.
Generally speaking, fair, neither am I.
Yeah, I'm not down with communism and socialism. It hasn't worked before. I don't think it's gonna work now. You know, and they're admitted Marxists. The founders of Black Lives Matter are admitted Marxists. You know.
I'll do preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir. Damn, it's wonder if I'm going to have to reincarnate here again. I know it sounds doom and gloom, man, but at the end of the day, it's like
we're on a simulation anyway. Babyface, send me the link if you have a link that isn't getting taken off YouTube for Vax.
See that. Why don't you can just pay for it at their website, can't you? Don't they have a Vax website? They have a .com.
I'm sure they do.
Brianne Elizabeth, what up? Nice to see you. Yeah, we're burning the midnight oil. I think this is one of the latest lives I've ever run.
That's because I got in here and started talking.
I'm down for that podcast you were talking about, by the way.
Yeah, man. We got good vibes. We got energy. You know, and if we actually we just shooting the shit, just you and me. But if we actually organized what we wanted to talk about, you know, we might actually get some good conversation in. I wonder, hey, chat people, would you guys be down?
Yeah.
You know, Babyface had some really good comments. I'd love to throw her in there too.
Yeah, that's been super fun over the past couple of years, just finding people who are, you kind of got to filter. You're like, all right, I'll check you out a little bit. You check out their Instagram, you talk to them behind the scenes a little bit, because I've had some people that have just been some straight up kooks.
You gotta vet them. Yeah,
you do, man.
You never know.
I'm like, damn, I'm glad I didn't just, sometimes I'm like, we're getting you on the live tonight. You down? All right, let's run it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, and then they got like a Confederate flag hanging around in the background, and whoops.
And some people are dicks, dude. Some people are just like super pushy. It's like, even if they're on my side, like we're on the same wavelength, say into the same things, but they're still finding a way to be pushy about it. It's like,
yeah, the vibe's got to be there, and if it's not there, then it's not gonna work. But you and I have history. You and I have chopped it up along, in person for a long time. So
I know, I'm stoked. It'll be fun, man. It'll be fresh too. It's nice. I'd rather talk to people on here, than just talk to a fucking screen the whole goddamn time.
I'm down. Let's do it. Face is down too. She says I'm nuttier than a can of nuts. I haven't heard that one. Usually it's I'm nuttier than squirrel shit.
That's hella nutty, dude.
But the nuttier the better,
Yeah, I'm down for the kooks, but there's a proper kook and there's an unproper
There's
kook.
thresholds to these kooks.
Yeah,
There's kook tiers, and tier 2. I think you're okay.
that's fucking hilarious. Well, what's good? Do you have anything? I'm about to tap out. You have anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to drop before we tap out?
Yeah, man. Let's over this next week. It's Monday. Let's revisit some of the ideas that we kind of just went over. In terms of maybe creating some new content. I'm down to get in on this. And then I could plug my predator catcher stuff. Or at least maybe part of that podcast. I can say this is some of the update we did. We could dedicate maybe 10 minutes of a plug for what I'm trying to push, and then come up with some trending topics that we can all touch on and debunk or verify, or just leave it up to a question.
It usually ends up being a combination of all that. We can hammer our favorite subject.
Yeah. We could do our homework, and we come correct, and I can show you what I got and you can show me what you got, and go
Mhm.
from there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just keep in touch then. You guys have anything else to say over in the chat room? Stay up on it, because if you guys are down, I'm super happy to get some of you guys in the chat room just for the sake of entertainment. It's always nice to see familiar faces on screen too. People are like, oh shit, that's you.
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah, man. Good talk. Let's go to sleep. Let's cuddle our family, and let's try to link this week, man. What you got any days off?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. Are you gonna be in SB or Knox?
NSB for sure. Or I mean Oxnard for sure. Which I was just there this weekend. I was passing by. I was up at the property. But,
Well, you know my gate code. You just come right in, bro.
all right. All right. Otherwise, hit me up tomorrow anyways, or I'll text you tomorrow anyways, because I'm stoked. I really want to do something like this. It'll be fun.
Peace and love. Good night to all you in the comments. Thank you for such invigorating conversation. That was very nice. I'm gonna sleep well, and I'm going to think about all of you guys.
Buenas noches. Good night, everybody. All right. Peace out, buddy. Talk to you later tomorrow.
How do I get out of here?
Uh,
Do I end the call on Zoom?
I'll end it. I'll end meeting for all.
All right, do it, hey, do it.
Está crazy.
Hey, I